Good evening once again, and welcome to 4K for You. Sorry it's been so long, but we're back. Welcome to the program. We have with us Greg. How you doing?
Doing good. Glad to be here this evening talking some physical media in 4K with you and Valiant and the awesome chat out there.
Indeed. And speaking of Valiant, that's right. He carved out a little smidgen of time in his busy schedule because he's a celebrity. How you doing, Valiant?
Good. Yeah, busy time of year, getting down to the end of the summer. I've got a bunch to catch up on before tomorrow morning. But yeah, good to be here, man.
Glad to have you, my friend. And so we're going to talk about a few things here today when it comes to Blu-ray and 4K. Let's get started with the upcoming news and announcements. What do you guys say?
Let's go.
Do it.
Hello there once again, and welcome to your 4K for You news and rumors for the week of July 26th, 2023. Criterion had some announcements last week, including The Others in 4K. That's coming the 24th of October. The Fugitive is coming November 7th from Warner Brothers in 4K. Coming in September from Warner Brothers on the 12th. Here's a look at the Mask of the Phantasm. We reported that a couple weeks ago, but now here is the cover art. We've got Shrek 3 coming to 4K on September 12th from Universal. Kick-Ass 2 is finally making its 4K debut on the 12th of September. The first film was released, but it's been out of print for a while, so I wonder if they're going to reprint the first one as well, but both have been available, I believe, on streaming in 4K for some time. Speaking of films that have been available on streaming for a while in 4K but finally coming to disc, Rosemary's Baby is just in time for Halloween on the 10th of October from Paramount. Speaking of Paramount in October, the week before that, on the 3rd, you can expect Scream 3 to come out. There's a look at the standard and the steelbook editions, and there'll also be a trilogy box set as well. Duel will be hitting on September 5th, as we reported before, but here's a look at the steelbook for you. Speaking of steelbook, here's a re-release of Friday the 13th 4K, but it's got a nice Waxworks exclusive cover and steelbook there. In case you hadn't picked it up yet, there's a nice package, but I doubt they have fixed any of the problems that the disc had before, so keep that in mind. Megan is coming to 4K plus a steelbook edition on October 10th, just in time for Halloween. American Graffiti, as we reported before, is coming on the 7th of November from Universal, but here's a look at the standard 4K and the steelbook editions. Natural Born Killers will be hitting the 26th of September. Now, the reason we're talking about this again is here's a look at the Best Buy exclusive 4K steelbook, and because of this image, we now learn that the director's cut is in fact in 4K. The theatrical cut is not. I had that reversed last week. Speaking of exclusives, Walmart has Lords of Dogtown coming back out on Blu-ray. It was released before by Mill Creek, but now we're getting it again from Mill Creek in a steelbook. I'm assuming the disc is exactly the same. You can pick that up on September 26th. The Exorcist, as we reported before, is coming to 4K on the 19th of September. Now we have a few different versions of this movie coming out. There's going to be a couple collector's sets. Now these two collector's sets that we show here seem to be exclusive to the UK and very limited. And then there's also steelbooks that are coming out as well. You'll have to shop around and find it. Here's a look at one of the exclusives. I believe this would be the Best Buy steelbook. Kino Lorber reported that we'll be getting Uncle Buck at some point this year. Looking forward to that. And as far as the rumor department goes, we only have a couple. We've got Pretty in Pink and True Grit rumored for 4K. Now, Pretty in Pink has been available in 4K on streaming for a while. Also, we have a date for Mission Impossible. Here's a look at all the proposed art for the various versions that will be coming out, and you can expect that around October 31st, but take that as a rumor for now. And that's it for this week. See you on the show. All right. So there you go, guys. There's a look at all the last couple of weeks, upcoming rumors and news. And of course, last week we talked about Elf wasn't it? So I guess we have had a show
Yeah.
since last week.
Yes.
So that's the only one that I guess I left off of there that I can see offhand, unless you can think of any, Greg, that I missed.
No, I think that's pretty spot on. I think everything was there that I've seen recently. I don't think you missed any there. And it was my fault on the Natural Born Killers 4K thing, because I did read that the director's cut was not going to be in 4K, but it looks like it's reversed. So that's my fault. So apologize for that.
Yeah, I didn't have all of the Criterion titles that we covered last week. I think just because, you know, I mean, well, I should have put Freaks in there too, I suppose. But
Oh yeah.
I
I
say
think we
most
talked
people
about that.
probably already only care about the others, and we already talked about them last week exactly. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. So, anything you're looking forward to, Valiant, that you saw in there?
It's been forever since I've watched American Graffiti.
Yeah.
Obviously, looking forward to MI7 down the road when it finally hits physical media. I think Friday the 13th. I've got a 4K of that now. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think they're
That's just a
redoing.
steelbook. Yeah, there's-
yeah,
it's not
they're
a-
just
Yeah,
not
I
that
don't think
know
there's
of.
anything new to that.
Which is sad
edition.
because it could use a new, not a new scan, but a new. They need to fix it. It's got too much neat and DNR applied to it. It's too dark, and they're missing like the flashes before the Friday the 13th title and at the end,
Oh yeah.
which were all on the Shout edition, which makes no fucking sense why they're not in this, because that one's from, as far as we know, the same 4K scan. So those would have things they must have had to have added later on when they reconstructed the film in post.
I was gonna say, maybe did they try to like
And they
rebuild the
didn't do it.
titling or something?
I think so. Well, because that's the thing is, you gotta, you know, and we know just as, but for those out there in the audience, like when they pull these movies out, the negatives are usually like a constructed version of the film with 90% of the actual camera negative there, maybe, and then like the rest of it's made up of composite shots, credit scenes, transitions,
Mm-hmm.
you know, whatever.
Oh, it's
And
a
then-
mess. Yeah.
And sometimes those transitions are lost in the process, or they have like, oh, they can use this shot with this transition, but they have the whole reel, so they'll do it in post once in a while. In fact, Francis Ford Coppola completely redid The Outsiders and most of The Godfather for his releases recently, and I believe Apocalypse Now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think he did it for Apocalypse. I mean, I know he did it for The Outsiders. We talked about that for
because we talked
quite a
about
while.
that as
I mean, he
all
probably
camera
spent
one negative
8 gajillion hours on that. Not to mention what he did with The Godfather, which was insane.
Which basically for The Outsiders, he literally took every moment, every bit of it's from camera negative, and every moment was redone as far as the processing of any composites, credits, everything. And they did an amazing job as far as I could tell. I mean, I'm sure if you went side by side, you might get a few things that weren't exact. But I mean, other than that, I mean, I thought they did that's one of the most best looking Blu-rays I've ever seen in my life still.
It is really good. I mean, especially when you take into account it's A, on film, and B, it's a film of that age.
Yep.
It really does look amazing.
But I think it goes to show that if they were to take a little bit more care with some of these remasters and go back and redo as much as possible, as long as they stay true to what was there initially, I don't think people would have a problem or even notice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, American Graffiti, I'm going to say something kind of blasphemous right now. It's George Lucas's best film.
I thought it was excellent.
Boom. I love that film. It's a great movie.
I mean, as far as Star Wars goes, on a technical level, oh yeah, more people have seen Star Wars, been inspired by Star Wars, but pound for pound, as far as the story, the acting, all the writing,
yeah,
American Graffiti takes the cake, because Star Wars is great, but it's more or less paying homage to all these things that George grew up with, as opposed to American Graffiti, which is about George growing up, right? Which is a slice of life, a little piece of, that, Americana at that time. And that's why the title is so fitting, even though it really doesn't mean much of anything.
No, but I mean, it's like you said, the fact of the matter is that there's maybe 50 to 100 times the number of people who know the name Star Wars than American Graffiti.
Right.
So that's part of it. It's like, look, I tell people all the time, I think one of his best pieces of work was Radioland Murders. I freaking love that movie. I don't care what anybody says.
That's a good movie.
That movie was just a bucket of fun. That was one of those ones that Like my wife had never seen Noises Off, never saw Radioland Murders. We watched it. I was like, I can't believe you've never seen this. We watch it. That's one of those ones I wish they would remaster.
That's one I got to see yet. I haven't seen that yet, but Tucker is out in 4K in digital. So I think George has already scanned all of his films. It's just a matter of getting them out and who owns the distribution rights, I bet. But I think Lucasfilm owns most of them, from what I know. Because now Disney released
imagine so.
Willow
they're all
and shit,
Disney.
right?
Now, Radioland Murders was that actually Lucasfilm, or was Lucas involved in? I can't.
That's
remember.
hard to say, because like there's another one that's kind of an exception to that, is like the one with David Bowie, Labyrinth. Jeez, I just couldn't.
Oh yeah.
Labyrinth. Because Sony owns the distribution, but Lucasfilm and Jim Henson Company co-produced.
I was gonna say Henson still got a big piece of that movie, from what I remember.
And Sony still has the distribution on it, as far as I know. Yeah. But Dark Crystal, I think that's another one too. The same thing that Sony owns distribution on. But anyway, moving on from there, we've got Corrine, who's here and sends $1.99. Says pretty in. Well, she means Pretty in Pink, I think. Yeah, Pretty in Pink is a pretty famous chick flick, or whatever you want to call it, rom-com. It's one of those famous movies where I wish they would release two different versions of the movie, because they need to release the Ducky edition. You guys know about this? Okay, I think that they have it on the Blu-ray now. I have to look. But in the original version of the movie, what's his face from 2.5 Men plays Ducky. He actually gets with Molly Ringwald at the end.
Oh.
In the original version, and it's there in the movie if you watch it, because he's obsessed with her, right? And she's obsessed with this other guy, and eventually you would think, oh, she's going to realize that this other guy is the one who's for her. But I guess the test audience did not like it, so they reshot the ending where she got with Weekend at Bernie's instead. Andrew McCarthy,
yeah. To be honest with you, that is, of all of the Molly Ringwald, that was a John Hughes film too, right?
Yep.
Okay. Of all the John Hughes films, that's probably the one I've watched the least. Like, I love Weird Science, and I will watch
16 Candles. 16 is the better one.
Yeah. I can watch that, because even though it's kind of a chick flick,
this is the most chicky flicky of
exactly.
all. Yes.
Yeah, all my friends that loved Pretty in Pink the most were all chicks, and it was just, And by the way, Radioland Murders, Universal Pictures.
There you go. Okay. Well, see, he did Howard through there too, so it's probably around that.
Well, it made sense, because it just occurred to me as soon as I looked it up, and I was like, oh yeah, because it was an NBC radio station in the movie, and I was like, oh duh, why didn't I think of that?
I want to see that one. That's one I've never gotten my hands on.
Oh, it is really good.
You've never seen it? Oh,
no, I've never been able to. It's not that I've never wanted to.
I think I have it on. I think I bought it on iTunes or something.
I was going to say, I don't think it's ever been on Blu-ray.
I don't
think it may
think
have been on DVD, but I'm not sure. And then you're right. I think it's only available on digital, so I should probably grab it. But then as soon as I do, it'll come out in 4K.
Well, that's why I want you to buy it, because as soon as you buy it, they will announce a physical media release, which I can finally get it.
It's usually how it works. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. It's happened more than once. So, but anyhow, yeah. So anything stick out to you, Greg, that was in that list?
Uncle Buck, definitely 4K, big time. I want to get that.
That was quietly announced by Kino. I didn't even notice it till last minute. That's if you notice the audio dips out there for a second. That's why.
Yeah, but yeah, that's definitely on my list to pick up. I do like The Fugitive. I would like to. That would be pretty cool to get on 4K. That was pretty interesting.
Wait, is that the original or the Harrison Ford?
The Harrison Ford one.
I don't care.
Oh yeah, Tommy Lee Jones. I don't care.
I don't care.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, I know. So think of all the memes that came out of that. Well, I guess we didn't call them memes 20 years ago or whatever, but I mean, all the jokes
that meme existed before the internet. Exactly.
Yes. Yes.
I want you to search every outhouse, doghouse, hen house,
outhouse, in-house, whorehouse.
It is true. It's like, yeah, after you watch that movie, it's just like when somebody says something to you, it'd just be like, I don't care.
I love that meme. I still use it to this day. Yes. Indeed. It wasn't me. It was the one I met. Of course, that was Drew Carey, but yeah.
But yeah, those two definitely stood out to me. American Graffiti, definitely, that's big in my household. I love that movie. I was trying to think of everything you had in there.
Wait, yeah, somebody mentioned in the chat. Okay, wait, is Uncle Buck, was that a 4K release we're talking about?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
I did fail to say that, but yes, it is going to be. We just don't have a date yet. That's the only thing. And I guess Radioland Murders has been released on Blu-ray.
It has. Okay.
It has. Yes.
I
So
just don't remember ever seeing it. Or let me see.
It was back in 2019.
Okay.
Well, go ahead and buy it. That way we'll know we'll get the 4K.
All right, I'll buy it now. There's only 8 more left in stock. We'll see if we can sell this bitch out on Amazon today. We did with Congo. Let's do it, kids. Here, I'll even share the link.
There you go.
I haven't seen that movie.
I ain't gonna make a fucking dime off this, but you know what? There you go, guys. And or wait, it's too big for the thing. I gotta get the other link. You better get it now, Culture, before they're going. Or you better get it now, Valiant. I mean, the Culture. Sorry about that. There you go.
No, that's all right. I thought he was in the audience or something watching.
No. I was so used to talking to Culture.
I'm gonna see. Wait, hang on. Radio. I know I have it in my library here.
It's from a 4K scan too.
That's what I thought. Wait, I'm looking it up on my iTunes right now.
Wait, I might be wrong. Is it in digital in 4K? Because I know he did them years ago. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Made that movie for like $15 million or something like that back in '94.
Yeah, it was cheap.
Oh yeah, big time.
I don't know. I ordered it. Let me see if I can get the link for you.
It's in HD. It's just HD.
Yeah.
And,
okay.
I mean, it's got the Rotten Tomato score was 24%.
I don't know if it's a 4K scan.
It's one of those things where it's like, screw you. This movie was so much fun. I don't care what anybody says.
Oh, it is a good movie.
How do you get the link where it's not the full big stupid link?
I think if you go to the Amazon page, there's like a button at the top that says share that gives a shorter link.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Let's see.
Oh, here we go. Share this page.
I can use the Blu-ray.com link, and then the people can just click on the buy it now thing.
Here we go. It might go. No, it didn't go through. God damn it! It's too big.
All right, let me use the Blu-ray link.
Yeah, why don't you do that? Yeah.
All right, hold up.
You should be able to post it.
I got it. I was already on it.
Yeah.
Paste.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying here.
Okay, so in the chat, guys, you will see a link for Blu-ray. Blu-ray.com. That's going to take you to Radioland Murders.
Give Blu-ray.com some money. There you go.
They'll make $1 or $2 off that sale. Help them out.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll make that off of each sale, but maybe the whole
50
thing.
cents or 25 cents or something. Hey, look, that's what I do. I go look at that website, and then I click through to the Amazon link from there. So every time I get 5 or 6 discs in the mail, I mean, they're getting a piece of it because they're doing all the work to review it.
Bits,
yeah. Or digital bits is great too.
But yeah, so
sorry, somebody's comment had me spitting.
What did he say?
Why are the 4K covers for Rosemary's Baby and Exorcist so ass?
Oh, well, we're going to talk about that now. That's a perfect segue, actually.
I will unhide your comment, Hunter Dvorak, because that's a
unhide
great
it and
comment.
bring it up.
Yeah, it's.
Bring it on the screen because that's actually what we're going to talk about right now. Before you leave us,
I can't.
Oh shit! Duh, you can't do that.
I can't because I don't have StreamYard privileges.
Which
but I can
again?
unhide it from the chat as a wrench.
Where is
Hunter Dvorak, right there. It's about
Hunter
4 or 5
Dvorak.
up. Yep.
Mine's so slow. I don't know why. I don't see his comment yet. It must not have popped up yet on my end.
Let's see. Oh wait, did I pause? No, I'm still live. Should be there. I don't know why. Oh wait, maybe because it was a hidden comment.
That might be. You might be right. They might have fixed that now. That's dumb.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
all right. Well, yeah. Okay. So let's not waste any more time because I know we don't have much time with you. So yeah, that is the talk of the town, at least in the Blu-ray news. That's why it's on the cover. There's Warner Brothers. We need to talk. Not only have you had some problems lately with your transfers, we got to talk about these covers lately, man.
They're so lazy.
So bad. So fucking bad. How hard is it?
I need somebody to explain why. Why can't they already have cover art for these things that have been around 20, 30, 40, 50 years in some cases.
Well, here you go. Here's the UK version. Why can't we
want.
Get this?
Why?
Exactly.
What is it?
So I need to order this from the UK is what you're telling me.
Or here's the other thing we got. Here's the one that's only 2,000 are available of. This is the BFI Film Classic. This is the one that I'm probably going to end up spending $500 on to get on eBay.
Is it really $500?
No, it's like 80 to start with, but they're going to sell out instantly once they go available.
I heard one of them was already sold out.
That's what I'm afraid of, and that's this one. And I'm pissed off if it is because there's this one too.
I can't remember. It's either that one or the other one. I saw it
this
earlier.
is the only one that's limited, as far as I know.
It could be that one. I heard it was sold out already.
Where are they available through?
They were on Amazon, but when I clicked the link, there was none available, and I thought I read in the thing that the link is up, but it's not up and active yet. But I believe the Zavi version is already sold out, and the HMV version is already sold out, which are the same thing. So yeah, and there's supposed to be only a limited 2,000 of those. So that's what I mean is I'm going to end up paying $500 just to get this fucking version off of eBay.
Oh man, still better than
this is the one I want. This is the one I want.
If that sells out, that's going to go for bigger than $500 if there's only 2,000 copies.
That's what I'm saying. And then you got this one, which is, I went the wrong way. This is like the smaller UK version. And we probably will. I think this is probably going to be the Zabi version in the US, I'd imagine. This has got like a box, the posters, and a couple things, but just not everything. Like it's missing a few of the other goodies that were in the other one. Mm-hmm. But so we're getting the steelbook here in the US at Best Buy is going to be the same as that blue cover there.
It looks like that one is sold out, Tom.
God damn it!
Who said it was sold out? I was just going through it. Some people's already saying it's sold out. Some guy's got a screenshot of Amazon. It says currently unavailable.
It said that, but I don't know if it ever has been available on Amazon in
4K.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know yet if Amazon's had theirs up yet for sale.
Okay.
Because I'm on the list for both versions, and neither one of them are on there yet. That's why I'm wondering but I have heard that HMV and Zabi sold out of theirs already, though, in the UK.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
I have no fuck.
Well, it's so bad.
First of all, we got to do whatever we can to keep, what's his face, his name off here, the director.
Well, I thought that was okay now.
No, he's still persona non grata.
Okay, I just a whole month of it. So anyway, folks,
yeah. This looks like some bad fucking. What the hell? Like,
it's horrible.
Polanski, I mean, nowhere to be seen on here. This is nothing like anything that I've ever seen. Like, what is this? Minimalist art? That's the word I was looking for. Minimalist art. I hate this shit.
I do not understand the idea of radically altering I mean, this is a re-release. This isn't like the 27th edition of Harry Potter books, right? They've made 4,000 different varieties of covers for Harry Potter books with different releases to attract different audiences. This is the first time you're putting a famous movie in a new format, probably the last best format it will ever see in its life. Why not just use the original cover art that is familiar, commercially familiar to everybody, as opposed to nothing about that says Rosemary's Baby except for the actual verbiage at the top of the case, which I know it sounds a little facetious, but you get my point, is that I don't understand what they're doing. This to me does not like, yay, that's something I want to collect. No, not really. Can I just get the pram like on the original poster and the simple
artwork?
Hill? Yeah. It boggles my mind. It's modern art for the sake of modern art. Just is horrible.
Unless it's horrible. Catch Me If You Can, it shouldn't be like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, that is part of the movie, right? Like that's kind of part of its design. But this, no. And I agree. Like, what are they doing lately with some of these poster or cover art designs?
And it's even like, even though it's not Warner Brothers, but like that Scream 3, it's the original poster art on that Scream 3, but it's got like the Scream, then a 3, and then another 3. So it's
well,
stupid.
And not only that, okay, here, let me bring that up. I got that here. Hang on.
Because that is just horrible, that Rosemary. That's that in the
okay, yeah. So like the one on the left is sort of the original poster. The triangle heads down there, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
that's from the original poster. I don't know where the cityscape comes from. The face was never like that in the 3 before, and it always has been like that. I see what you're saying, where it has a 3 after the end of Scream, and then it has a 3 in the background. Because the one on the right is technically the teaser poster for Scream 3. Only it wasn't red; it was black.
Yeah, and it doesn't even match the other two still books that they released before.
That's my other issue.
Horrible.
Yeah, like because
It is rather fetching, though. I will say that bright red really.
I like the
pops,
red,
I
but now if it
guess.
would match with, I'm with Greg though. It doesn't match the other ones. See,
No.
they should have used the teaser poster art for the first two then.
What really just aggravates me is how they got the little 3 and then the big 3, because like the little 3 should not be there at all in either.
It always
one.
has been, dude. I
Has
know what
it?
you're talking
Has
about.
it?
Yes.
Maybe I
always
just never
annoyed me,
noticed
but-
it or something.
Well, the only difference is the original teaser poster had nothing on it other than the 3. Just the
Okay.
big.
See, I would have
3.
just liked that then.
See, that was just the teaser poster though, because we all knew what it meant when we saw it.
Mhm.
And then the eventual one was the one we got here on the left, which is just like the first two. Like that's the thing. Scream also started that, everybody standing in a triangle kind of thing at the bottom of the poster.
Mm-hmm. It's just, I don't know. All these cover arts are ugly anymore. The Exorcist, the Rosemary Babies. I get it. Just good.
No, I was gonna say, or they take like the original poster art here, like on the left, and they alter it for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
I don't get that. Well, and
just
Fugitive is another
horrible.
one here. Look at this. They couldn't just leave it alone.
It's close to it, but yeah, it's not.
Yeah,
it's
they couldn't just not fuck with it.
That actually looks really weird.
It
Yeah, I think
does.
that's
It looks
supposed to be
like
the-
they're trying to make a Mission Impossible.
Yeah, because he's supposed to be in the train, right? That's him running the train
Or
was
in the
stuff was
bus or
behind him,
whatever
or
it was,
the
yeah.
bus or whatever it
Yeah.
was. Yeah,
It's still around him, sort of, but it's like all.
it's like they photoshopped it out.
Yeah.
Wait, now I want to look that one up. I just looked up. I had to go back and refresh my memory on Rosemary's Baby. I found the old laser discs. I was like, oh yeah. So
Yeah, it's the hill with the pram. You're right. Or you could sometimes we'll get the once in a great while we'll get really nice like Duel. I'm impressed with this one. This one,
I like that. I do like that.
But
That is what I'm looking for.
now I'm stuck kind of between a rock and a hard place on American Graffiti because I don't like this steelbook.
It looks a little too busy.
It looks like a really bad 80s fucking Trapper Keeper folder. This original poster work emotes American Graffiti to me. Like it has that style. It had just the whole thing.
Yeah, the caricature art. Yeah.
Yeah, the caricature art. Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you. That is American Graffiti to me.
Yep.
I'll probably just get that one honestly, because I don't think I like all the images on the steelbook.
Well,
there.
here's one. How do you know this is Shrek the Third if it wasn't for the fucking title? Not that the original poster art was anything special to begin with, but I mean, and here's one. Okay, here's one I'll give him credit for. I like this red. Now, if you've been getting the steelbooks from Best Buy, they've got this red motif going on with all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I do kind of like this one, but the regular ones are so basic. The other one on the right,
poster. Yeah, I mean that's
the other one on the right, I think looks like a fucking Mountain Dew ad.
Red Bull.
Extreme.
Or
Gives
Red
you
Bull,
wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like the red Mission Impossible.
But that at least goes with the other ones they've been releasing for the first 6.
Yeah.
I've got the box set of the first 6. So it's like.
Did you have the red ones or is the other ones?
No, just like the regular ones with the two
Okay.
cases. One had like one book that was 4K discs, one book that was the Blu-ray discs.
Oh, that's the one I got. Yeah.
Yeah, same one you got. Yeah.
No, I know, but like for the new movie, they've been releasing new steelbooks at Best Buy exclusively. So that's they've been doing this red motif with like at least it's keep like talking about the Scream ones. They weren't in uniform. At least with Mission Impossible, they're all in uniform.
Mhm.
Like they make sense. Like they look good with the red. But anyhow,
Yeah.
that aside, like the other thing I wanted to discuss tonight is what you guys have been watching lately. Did you guys get anything to watch this week that you wanted to bring up as far as new releases? Valiant, have you had a chance to?
I didn't, like I said, I didn't get anything in the past week or so. That's why I was looking at Amazon before we started, and I'm like, okay, I'm waiting on. I've got pre-orders for stuff. Like I cannot wait to see Hackers. That's one of those ones. I love that movie. I think that's August 23rd, so like just under a month from now. I don't even want to wait till the review hits Blu-ray. I was so anxious to see that because the last copy of Hackers that I own, I think, is on Laserdisc.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've had the DVD and the Shout Blu-ray. Yeah.
Dang.
What about you, Greg?
I got the. I'll show you guys real quick because you'll probably see it again tonight. But like I was showing you earlier. I got the Nightmare Hollywood Dreams and Nightmare Steelbook from the Robert Englund story, which I really like. I dug this. I know my camera glare there. I was trying to get a better shot of it, but yeah, there you go. This was pretty cool.
Really badass. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the inside there. Try to get that there for you.
Cool.
Yeah, so this was a really great documentary. I enjoyed it. One I haven't watched yet, though. I saw I Married an Ex-Murder in 4K.
I got that today too. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I got it today too, so I haven't watched it. So that'll be on my show next week when we talk about it. But yeah, that's about what I got today. Sweet. That I got to watch and stuff.
Well, I haven't gotten anything watched this week, as we'll learn. That's probably why I won't be on Greg's show. It'll be the first in a while. I apologize, but I did get this in the mail. So I'm sure some of you are wondering if it's worth it. Now, I didn't get to watch it all. I did skim through some of the discs. There's 10 discs in all.
Mm-hmm.
The one big downfall, I will tell everybody right up front. Enter the Dragon is not the 4K. So it's not the new 4K release that Warner is releasing. It's the regular Blu-ray. And not only that, it's just their straight rip of Warner's Blu-ray. And I believe it's only the special edition cut too, so it doesn't have the theatrical cut on it. But the rest of these, you've got like 4 different cuts of Big Boss. I think at least 2 different cuts of Fist of Fury. Probably the same thing with The Way of Dragon. I can't remember now. I'd have to look. But they usually have like the English, or the American version, the original version, another import version or whatever. And they give you, these things are so chock full. Outside of the Enter the Dragon, like that's my only thing I'd say is like, yeah, you're gonna end up having to buy that when it comes out on 4K. But
yeah,
other than that,
I have that one on pre-order too. Is that the one that was this is the one that was like a UK import?
This one is, yes, and there's a red version and there's a yellow version, and I got the yellow version because of course that's the one that looked more like Kill Bill, so that's why I like.
Okay.
Yeah, and the red version looks a lot like the Big Boss cover there, from my recollection there. But I think the red version might not have some of the goodies in it too, if I'm not mistaken, because this is the more expensive one. I paid like an extra, I think $20 or more for this one.
Yeah, I mean, Enter the Dragon is the one that I'm most
that bummed me out. Yeah. So I was like, oh, cool, I'll get to check it out before, a little before we get it here in the US, which is like September. It's not that long till it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But you can't order it right now on Best Buy, so I don't know if it's sold out, or they told me that you can't order them only a week before they come out. And I said it's never been that way before.
Yeah, I tried pre-ordering the Steelbook, and I think that was the one I couldn't do it. Like,
and I tried the same thing with Exorcist, and you can try and add it to the cart, but it'll keep saying unable to add inventory or whatever at the top. It's really weird how it's doing it, and I complained to them, but that's what they told me. So we'll see if that pans out or not. But yeah, if I don't get my hands on the Steelbook of that one, I'll definitely get the regular one. But I just wanted to bring that to everybody's attention in case you were still thinking of getting this or you hadn't yet. But as far as what it's got, as far as the other extras, it's got 2 Golden Harvest documentaries on Bruce Lee and just a truckload. And I mean a truckload of extras on every single disc, plus the bonus disc and all that kind of stuff. Because I know some people are going to be comparing it to the Criterion version, and I'm going to try and go as thoroughly as I can through it all to kind of let you guys know what the various differences are. Because I know some people are going to give us, actually do care about that stuff. And I know I've had a few people already ask me, should they just stick with the Criterion one, or is this one going to be better? Now, scan-wise, because this is one of the biggest questions I got, people are asking me, are they going to be better than the 4K scans that they had for the Criterion Blu-rays? These, so far from what I've seen, and I've only watched some Big Boss and such, Big Boss looks amazing. So if the rest of them look as good as Big Boss does, this is worth the upgrade.
Well, that's good news then, because that's another one.
Yeah.
I mean, Big Boss, Fist of Fury. I mean, outside of Enter the Dragon, those are the 2 I'm most interested in. Like, I know I get it. Game of Death was
not my favorite. Yeah.
No, but. Well, because I mean, it's not him in 70% of the movie,
right?
It's the.
And I think Fist of Fury is my favorite, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it's Way of the Dragon. I can't remember which did I say, Greg, when I brought the Criterion on. I can't remember. I always get them swapped around because the titles. See, I always knew the one is Chinese Connection. That's my problem. And then because in the U.S. it's Fist of Fury is what Big Boss is, and then Fist of Fury is called Chinese Connection. And then I think Way of the Dragon is actually still called Way of the Dragon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Might have been Fist of Fury. I don't think I quite
I don't
remember.
either. I don't either now because I was like, I was just kind of skimming through them all, and I'm like, shit. I always get them flip flop because of the title changes, and I always watched them as a kid on TBS. So when they would show it there, it was Chinese Connection. So like that threw me off. Plus, being Big Boss being called Fist of Fury made it even worse.
Okay, I get you. But definitely it's good to hear some of the stuff you have to say about it so far.
What's it called? Return. Okay, wait. Return of the Dragon. Which one is Return of the Dragon then?
Well,
is that what they called Way of the Dragon over here, and they kind of build it as a sequel? See, that's the thing. I can't remember now.
I don't remember the. See, I was always used to.
I have to go watch the
documentaries. Like the original Chinese titling. Yeah,
I'm sure there's people who know better than me out there. So yeah, and Carl's saying yes. So yes. So in the U.S. it was Return of the Dragon, and yes. Okay. That's what I thought. I thought that's what it was. So basically, Way of the Dragon, even though it was made before Enter the Dragon, they didn't release it in the U.S. until after as a sequel or whatever. But yeah, or something like that. It's Return of the Dragon. Yep. See, there we go. There we go. See? Thank you so much. But there we go, kids. That's what I wanted to talk about on that front. We got a couple of super chats, and then we're going to get out of here. We got BA, who says, why do some Blu-rays on Amazon not play and not rip? Martha and Marcy and Elizabeth Olsen and Next Karate Kid's second party Amazon Blu-rays paper rates. As far as playing, I have no idea. If you're having an issue with them playing, then I would have complained right away and got a replacement. Because I know what you're saying, like, because Next Karate Kid and Karate Kid 3 were MOD titles for a while, but now they've been released, I believe, in stores, like you can buy them. So I would, if it's probably too late now since you bought it so long ago, but you can get Next Karate Kid pretty cheap now. As far as the other one, I have no idea if it's the same kind of problem, and maybe it's just your player. Have you tried them in any other players? Because I've had the MOD ones, and I haven't had a problem. But if I do have a problem with anything, I try to make sure to get it taken care of right away. Otherwise, after 30 days, you're screwed. Warrior Justice says a paralegic, who is high roasted. I don't get that. What is a does he mean paralegic?
I was gonna say, is it paralegic?
Yeah, I think he means paralegic. Yeah, who is high is roasted vegetable. Yeah, I think that's what.
Yeah.
BA then says the other week you mentioned Elf coming out on DVD. For what it's worth, I have a 1080p rip of Elf, legit quality. It's out there.
Interesting.
Is it actual 1080p or is it just high quality rips of the? Because the show was done on video except for Project Elf, which is on Blu-ray now.
Yeah, I mean the TV show was. they were probably shooting that thing on old.
It was all
Betamax
shot on
cameras.
video. Yeah.
There's not much to upconvert there.
There's no way with the shit they had to deal with Elf that they could shoot on film. I think the only time they ever shot on film is if it was, like when they get out of the studio and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even think that was very often. I'd have to go back and watch the show. You can tell generally, but I don't know. I'd have to check that out. I did have a download a long time ago of the UK cuts or whatever, technically the network cuts or whatever. But yeah. Yeah, that sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that, BA. But at least now I think you can get Karate Kid 3 and 4 together on Blu-ray pretty cheap. If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can buy a box set now for as much.
Well, you get the Karate Kid 1 through 3 on 4K, but
yeah,
the next Karate Kid, I'm not sure if it's available separately unless you do the MOD version of it. That I can't speak to.
Yeah.
Because I've had the MOD version, and then I know they released it where it was 3 and 4 together on a Blu-ray. So I never bought that version. My buddy did, though. And I asked him, I think he says, as far as I know, it's a real disc. I think he said it's 2 movies on 1 disc, though. I could be wrong. I could very well be wrong. But with that, we're going to wrap this up because we're losing Valiant. And there's still time left. I'm supposed to hop in over at the trial thing over on Film Threat. But this show does link to Greg's show later, which hopefully I'll stop in for, but I can't guarantee it. So stay tuned for that. And Valiant, thank you for popping in. Anything you got coming up you want to plug?
We'll be covering the Comcast Universal Studios earnings call tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern.
Oh, that's right. You should hop in on Friday morning and talk about that a little bit if you get a chance.
If I think I'll be in the office. Actually,
if not, at least me tomorrow night. It would be nice, yeah.
Yeah, I sent Andre the link because I figured, it'll be afternoon for him when that goes off. So if he wants to hop in the morning, and join us, he's welcome to. So
Cool. Sounds like a plan.
Indeed.
Yes, indeed. And Greg, anything you got coming up besides
It's just my show tonight. I haven't decided what else I want to release for this week yet. So just my show tonight.
All right, sounds good. So take care of yourselves and each other, kids, and we'll see you next time. Check out Flip City. Friends, if you're looking for real old school laughs, you're in for a treat because we've got them right here. Flip City Magazine. Remember Mad Magazine? Then it went woke? Well, don't worry. Flip City has no chance of going woke. That's right. 4 times a year, you'll get an actual printed magazine full of jokes, stories, comics, and more, all about today's pop culture, entertainment, and woke politics. Flip City takes terrible entertainment trends we love to hate with hilarious parodies of Lord of the Rings, Stranger Things, The Walking Dead, Star Trek, Hunters, and more. Trust me when I say there is nothing else like Flip City on the market. So subscribe today. It will be delivered in print, or you can even get it digitally if you're one of those wacky Zoomers. Either way, follow our link and sign up today, and if you put in midnight, you get an extra 10% off. Check out Flip City Magazine today.